All right, so you read the title. Let me just get to the news right here. Gone. As of today, you can see maximum daily loss limit hit. I'm gonna show you guys the trades too for each account in this phase 2 gone. Again, greed, all in one day, gone. All the progress we had, gone. What do I plan on doing? What happened? And what am I gonna do? So I'm gonna get to that right now. All right, so I'm gonna pull up my notes here that I have. But first, let's go over the trades because I know you guys are curious. What trades did I take? What was I doing? So I'm gonna show you guys the first trade, and the first thing we did was trade on the other account. Okay, so this was the account I first traded. First trade we took was a W, and then I realized I should have just stopped there. Now thinking back, I should have just took this gold trade and just called it a day there. But we went into euro, we started buying, and it just didn't work out. And I'm gonna show you guys where I was buying at. So again, here on the 5-minute, here's where I took my entry right here from buys. No, on the 5-minute was the main confluence, but the 2-minute refined that we refined. It was the 3-minute we actually refined. So on the 3-minute, we saw this. So let's clear all this up. We're going to clean all this up and we're going to show you guys what I saw and what I was buying. So on the 3-minute, we saw this form. As soon as we saw this form, we were coming back down. That's when I started buying. I started multiplying more and more. And then eventually it just came and we got stopped out. Like the stop loss was pretty tight because the risk was very high. And I was not entering down there. I was entering up here, as soon as we had the closure. And then boom, we got stopped out. I should have just ended there. But again, I kept buying. 4 lots, 1 lot. Again, not ideal, especially putting on that much risk on this account size. It's not worth it. And the market moved up a little bit and then it came back down. And what do you think I did? I went on the other account, the 5K, which is on phase 2, and eventually I did the same thing. And you can see here we bought once and then we sold. So I'm gonna show you guys where I bought on this one here and then where I sold. So I do have it right here. So you can see here we bought around here. This time I bought it because of the 2-minute. There was a 2 minutes bullish order block that formed right there. We closed above. I was like, all right, cool. Maybe we're going to get above here and we're going to start to move up higher. But on the 5-minute, we already had, this right here, this order block become inverse right there, the body. So then I instantly thought, like maybe we start moving up higher here. We respect the standard deviation right here and we go reach for this up here. My original target was right here, and there was CRT. But again, everything was on the lower time frame. And then I realized, boom, we get stopped out. I was like, all right, cool. I get stopped out. What do I see form here? A bearish order block. What do you think I do? As soon as we close, we come back up, I enter. Where am I targeting now? But again, I had too much risk. If I had my stop loss like above here, guess what? The trade would have worked out. And on here, if I would have just aimed for a 1-to-1, what do you think would happen? We would have been up 1%. Boom. The account is up 1%. We take another trade. We aim for a 1-to-1.5, risking 2%. Boom. We passed the account, so risking like 4% per trade at the end. It just wasn't ideal here. And you can see we just blew the account there. This is like 4% risk on both of them. And again, greed. What was I talking about yesterday or the day before? It was greed, impatience, and what? Self-control. I did say I was going to do 1 trade a day. What did I do? I broke my 1 trade a day rule. What did I do? I also took more than 1 trade. I didn't follow my strategy. I wasn't following my rules. I wasn't having a game plan going into today. The gold trade. Let's show you guys the gold trade. The gold trade was honestly the best trade, and I took it right here. The gold trade was, again, this is what I'm looking for whenever I'm trading. I'm going to give you guys like a brief explanation. So on the 15-minute time frame, 15-minute sweep. Okay, cool. On gold, what do we have here on the 1 hour and the 4 hour? We had a 4-hour SIBI and then a 1-hour SIBI. What is that? Higher time frame. Again, I'm using my mechanical system and the discretionary reviews. On EU, we're moving lower. We had a 1-hour CRT here. We reached it, moved lower, formed the bearish order block, and on the 4 hour, we're reaching this low right here, this south side liquidity. But that's around, after 9 and 10 where we're trading, we're moving lower, aiming for that area. So on the higher time frame, we're bearish here, but on gold, higher time frame, we're bearish, and we're hitting a higher time frame bearish PDRA. And then here we had a 15-minute buy side liquidity sweep. On the 5-minute, what did we form? We formed what? A change in the state of delivery from right here, from these 2 up close candles. What? We formed the change in the state of delivery. This was the order block that was holding it, and eventually we made it inverse, so you can call it as a breaker. I personally call these inversion order blocks. Breakers to me have to sweep. So like something like this where we sweep and then we close, to me that's a breaker. Or something like this where we sweep and then eventually we close below, that's a breaker. This right here is an inversion order block. Since we didn't really have a sweep, I would classify something like a price lag like that, and then eventually we come and sweep that. That's a breaker. This is not really a breaker. It's more of an inversion order block. On the lower time frame though, it can be a breaker. Here we made an inverse, retrace, and then what? We respected it. We did disrespect this for value gap, but again, we had a change in the state of delivery. We had a bearish order block there, and what we moved lower. And that's where I entered my trade off of I think a 1 minute. So I entered the trade off of like a 1-minute confluence, or not even then, I just entered, like we didn't have to do anything. We already entered. And then eventually we started to move lower there. And I was just totally fine with that. And you can see the market eventually met my first objective, which would have been a 1-to-2. If we took it on the other account, aiming for 1-to-2, 2%, that, or a 2.5, we would have passed the account there. And this was the most high quality trade. And what? Boom. That could have been the account pass right there. And then if we were just unsure, we could have probably held to this low and the objective would have been met there, aiming for a 1 to 1.4, aiming for 1 to 4. That's, if you're risking 1%, that's good. If you're risking a little bit over 1% or 2%, you already passed the account here. Again, just being impatient, being impulsive, and rushing the process. That's what happened here. I totally, understand what I did wrong and why I was so emotional. And I'm going to get to that right now. And that's basically what happened here. I thought to myself today, after we lost the account, I decided to come to the conclusion. First, we're going to get through that. But I came to the conclusion that I just need to go find a full-time job and apply, to different places, try to get a job, have a consistent income to eventually fund my trading. And another thing is to use that money to fund my crypto portfolio. I do want to expand my crypto portfolio during this bull run. I already have some money invested, but I want more. I want more to where I build sustainable generational wealth. And I realized my trading performance could be so much more better if I just wasn't so reliant and dependent on trying to make trading my full main income. Why not have a job, a sustainable one that allows me to have flexible hours, and I'm able to watch the market here and there, and I'm also having a consistent income to alleviate the pressure of trying to perform in trading. So that's kind of what I plan on doing. I've already been applying. I've been doing this and that, talking to people. I feel like trying to make trading your main income stream only creates more pressure. We need to learn to build other income streams so we can be risk-free, not lose money, and help with all our trading performance, help with our trading performance. So again, I'm aiming for the lowest account size. Is this going to be able to be sustainable in the long run? No. Aiming for a 5K account is not really sustainable in my opinion. You can live off of it. You can live off of payout. But if you got like things, if you want to aim making trading like your main income, you're going to have to be on the higher account size, like the 100K accounts, the 200K accounts. You're going to have to be on those, passing those, making money on those, and eventually, like being consistent, scaling up. So that's another thing too. And then eventually not having all your eggs in one basket. So like with trading FX firms, you don't want to depend simply trading on FX firms. I like investing into crypto. I like trading crypto. I also like doing FX firms, but also learning other skills, learning other avenues to go down to build other income streams. You don't want to have simply only like dependent on trading. You want to make investments. You want to be trading. You also want to have this income coming in from this, area, and then have this skill to make you this amount of income. I'm trying to work on content creation. Boom. That's another income. I can have content creation. If I become profitable, I can make a Discord server or, have a mentorship, private one-on-one Discord thing, whatever, boom. That's another income. Trading, another income. Having a job, that's another income, or my crypto portfolio investments, taking out some profit here and there, boom, boom. That's another income, But as of right now, I simply want to learn sales and eventually make digital products to start selling. That's another thing, like I'm reading books about that. I'm learning online. I'm trying to get better every single day. And I'm realizing that the best version of myself wouldn't be reliant on one income stream, simply trading, like it isn't reliable. It isn't self-sustainable. And I realized that, it creates too much pressure, and I don't want to have that pressure. I want to be trading risk free, not caring if I lose. Well, not really not caring if I lose, but I just don't want to have the mindset of if I don't perform today, my life, will not be this good or not be this good. So that's kind of why I'm planning on getting a full-time job, but one that allows me to have flexible hours. Like one day I'm working in the morning, one day I'm working in the afternoon or midday, and I'm able to, trade. And I'm going to give you guys a brief explanation of what I plan on doing. And again, it feels like you have to perform dependent, so you create more stress than necessary. And this is another thing too. If I become profitable while having a job, or just having a job and I have like another income stream, I still want to continue to work at that job. I don't want to stop. There's not a certain amount where I think like, okay, if I make this amount per trading, I'm gonna stop. No, I want to continue going. I want to continue scaling to the point where, okay, yeah, like this is good. I don't see myself working for like the next 6 months, or I just can't see myself working for like the next year from like this amount I made right now, from like this week off trading, or like this month off trading. I can quit my job right now. I don't have to work for like the next year or so. So after that amount, after like you're making like 6 figures per quarter, then of course you can start thinking about quitting your job. Like that's realistic in my opinion. So after you reach like 6 figures, like 100K plus in trading, not investments, but like per trading, you're trading per quarter, every 3 months you're making like 100K. That seems sustainable. I'm like, okay, cool. I can quit my job, be risk free from like having any stress from performing, but yeah. And then you want to have more than one income stream, always creating capital business to then multiply trading and investing to then preserve the capital and set some aside for basic life needs and helping loved ones. So me, I want to retire my parents. I want to be, doing all these things. And I realized that in order for me to get to that point, I need to have a consistent income. And if I want to make trading work, I have to alleviate that pressure. And I feel like I have way too much pressure on me right now from trying to perform. I'm too emotional, rushing into the process, trying to rush the process. Why not have a job? And, I want to do that. When you try to make trading your main income, you create the pressure and rush the process, which causes mental mistakes that only make your performance worse and defy the psychological aspect of controlling yourself and not letting money influence you. So in trading, again, you don't want to be emotional, but if you don't have any money coming in, or if you don't have a job, or if you're trying to rely on trading as your main income and you're still unprofitable, it doesn't make very much sense to try to do that. So again, you're creating unnecessary pressure. You're making yourself try to perform when you don't need to. That's something I've realized. I come to the conclusion when I was meditating that I should just not be doing this. I should have a consistent income. I should be doing, like in the 5K account, bro, how this is not going to change my life even if I pass this account. Again, it's going to be over a long period of time. It's not going to happen overnight. I need to get that over my head or out of my head, because I keep thinking that boom, I'm going to become some successful trader overnight and I'm going to be profitable. No, it's going to take me a couple years. I know I'm going to have it, but with the job, it will probably, make that process a lot more quickly. If I put in more work and I continue doing these things, if I have a consistent income that's risk-free, having like a regular job, I'm trading, that will, the stress won't be there to perform in trading, because I already have a consistent income. I don't have bills. I don't have this and that. That's why I'm investing some into crypto and have some into the FX firms, or like prop firms, I guess. And, I'm gonna have some, money to play with, and I'm gonna have a consistent income and not really worry about performing. At the end of the day, my main focus is the crypto portfolio and making money for that and putting it into there. But of course, I'm gonna save some for the prop firms and like funding, all this other stuff. But I'm not gonna buy, a prop firm every day, or do this and that. I'm gonna simply try to pass one at a time. Probably go to futures. That's my main goal right now. Probably get a 50K account, Top Step, try to pass that, have a job, put like half of my money I make from my job into crypto. I don't have any bills. I don't have to do any of this and that. Of course, I have to pay for gas for my car and this and that, but my parents, they're the ones paying for the vehicle and all that, and just trying to help them out there, and just putting that money into crypto, trying to multiply it over a consecutive amount of months. It's going to take months, and I know it's not going to happen overnight. So building other skills is necessary to be reaching the best version of yourself. You wouldn't only be good at one thing, but rather multiple things in life when it comes to making money, not just one avenue. So again, not just being good at one thing. What am I learning? I'm trying to learn sales. I'm trying to learn this. I'm trying to learn that. When I'm reading, and I'm, trying to become a better version of myself every single day. And I realize this is one of the avenues I have to go through. I'm going to have to do what I have to do, to make me a better trader, is to just alleviate that pressure that I have. And I know it's not going to be fun. I know it's not going to be good, but I know it's going to be worthwhile to make me a better trader. Because again, I already have everything I need in trading. When it comes to trading, I just need to build that discipline, follow my rules, stick to my model, and just take my time whenever I'm trying to pass these accounts and all this other stuff. Like it's very easy reading price, very easy to stick to my mechanical strategy. It's just the pressure and it's just the time aspect of trying to make this work when I'm unprofitable. So it just doesn't make sense trying to not have a job and like trying to make this my consistent income. So I'm gonna just get rid of that real soon. Planning trying to have a full-time job to invest into crypto and also have some money for prop firms and trading to alleviate the pressure and stress. We are emotionally trading and need the income to relieve the emotions to make us perform logically without having the impatience we have since we don't have a consistent no risk stream of income. We are depending on trading right now and we're unprofitable. There's no point in trying to do that. So that's basically my game plan, guys, going into this. These accounts aren't really going to change your life, especially if you're trading lower leverage and like lower account sizes. Want to get a job, go and try to save some money, put some into crypto for this bull run, into altcoins, stable coins, layer ones, good coins that actually have potential to move up a lot more than they are right now, and then eventually investing into crypto, into the FX firms, maybe futures firms, because I feel like futures is a lot better in my fund than futures. Probably that's going to be the prop firm I go to in the next couple of probably in the next month or two, probably in 2024, if I'm being truly honest. I probably won't be trading, just build my money up and then eventually start going back into futures. I'm not going to try to hop right back in there right away. I'm gonna take my time, really evaluate what I'm doing, trying to get better, tape reading, and watching the charts, and eventually journaling, reviewing my journal, save some money up, put some into crypto, and then eventually come back up. Probably maybe December or January, maybe New Year's, I'll come back and start trading futures, or maybe next month. I don't know yet. I don't know. I'll just have to wait and see, when the time is right. But as of for this month, I really don't plan on trading anymore, especially prop firms or anything. I just want to get good at reading price and just like investing all the money I make the first month for this job, not majority of it, but like just some of it into crypto, majority of it actually into crypto, and then probably after that, start saving some up for other basic necessity needs that I need. Or maybe the first month I invest to myself and then eventually start investing into crypto and prop firms. So yeah, I'm gonna just wait and see, you guys. But yeah, this is pretty much really it. The account gone. Trades not really the best in my opinion, especially the euro trade. The euro trade makes me mad. The gold trade was really good. The euro buys weren't really ideal here, especially since we're reaching back up into the SIBI. And again, I was tape reading, the market and reading price, and I just got emotional whenever I saw this. If I had followed my rules, even GU was telling me bearish. You can see that there, which is bear, moving lower. If I simply looked at the SMT chart, I wouldn't even be trying to trade euro here. So again, very emotional. The best trade would have been gold for sure, risking a little bit more on there and taking that one on my other accounts. Again, clear market maker sell model. This one didn't really look like a clear market maker buy model. And again, just being emotional, risking too much, trying to rush the process when we shouldn't. And that's pretty much really it. So that's my game plan for the next couple of months and year. So that's pretty much really it. I'll update you guys whenever I'm on a futures firm, whenever I get a job. I'll update you guys too, and I'll continue doing crypto streams, charting every weekend. So yeah, peace.